She died at 36 years old. 36. Let that number sit with you for a moment. At an age when most people are only beginning to understand who they are, the world decided her story was already finished. They believed they knew her. They believed they had seen everything, the smile, the voice, the walk, the image. But here is the uncomfortable truth. The world never met Marilyn Monroe. It met a mask, and it fell in love with the mask so deeply that it never bothered to ask who was suffocating behind it. So before we go any further, let me ask you a question that will guide this entire story. How can someone be adored by millions, desired by the world, and still feel completely alone? She was born Norma Jean Mortensen in 1926, not into glamour, not into protection, but into instability. Her mother struggled with severe mental illness and drifted in and out of institutions. Her father was absent, a name without a presence, a mystery that followed her for the rest of her life. By the age of 7, Norma Jean was already being moved from home to home, foster care to foster care, never staying long enough to feel safe, never knowing when affection would be taken away. Think about what that does to a child. When love is temporary, when security disappears without warning, when you learn very early that attachment is dangerous. Psychologists would later say that the deepest hunger she carried was not for attention or fame, but for permanence. She did not want to be admired. She wanted to belong. As a teenager, she learned another brutal lesson. Beauty could protect her. Beauty could stop people from hurting her, at least temporarily. Beauty could make people pay attention. But beauty also taught her something dangerous, that her value depended on how she looked to others, that love could be conditional, that survival sometimes required performance. She married young, not out of romance, but out of necessity. Marriage was an escape route, a way out of foster care, a way into adulthood. But safety built on survival is fragile, and it didn't last. When photographers discovered her during World War II, something shifted. The camera didn't just capture her face, it revealed vulnerability. There was softness there, a sense that she was not performing but asking something of the viewer. Hollywood noticed immediately, and Hollywood did what it always does best. It simplified her. Norma Jean became Marilyn Monroe. A name carefully chosen, a voice coached to sound breathy, a walk choreographed, a personality designed to fit a fantasy that men desired and women were told to envy. But here is something that rarely makes it into the myth. Marilyn Monroe was deeply intelligent. She read obsessively, literature, poetry, philosophy. She studied acting seriously under respected teachers, not to become famous, but to become better. She filled notebooks with thoughts, fears, questions, self-criticism. She once wrote about being afraid of being alone and afraid of being truly known. Let me pause here and ask you something important. How many people who worshipped her would believe that sentence? This is where the fracture begins. The world rewarded the image and ignored the mind. Her rise was explosive. Film after film turned her into a symbol rather than a person. Desire itself. Projected onto screens, magazines, billboards. Men wanted her, studios controlled her, audiences consumed her, and yet behind the scenes, anxiety followed her everywhere. She struggled to sleep. She struggled to memorize lines, not because she lacked talent, but because perfection terrified her. Failure felt catastrophic. She was labeled difficult. But what Hollywood really meant was unmanageable. She could not be treated like an object without consequence. Her body showed up on time. Her mind resisted being erased. She arrived late to sets because sleep wouldn't come. She forgot lines because her thoughts raced. She demanded respect because she had never been given enough of it. Hollywood punished her for this. They mocked her intelligence. They turned her vulnerability into a joke. They reduced her complexity to a caricature. But Marilyn knew exactly what they were doing, and it hurt her deeply. She once said, "I don't mind being a joke, but I don't want to be one." Think about that sentence. How many people laugh along with the world while quietly breaking inside? Her romantic relationships followed the same tragic pattern. Powerful men, unavailable men, men who admired the image but felt threatened by the depth. She married a baseball legend hoping for stability. It failed. She married a playwright hoping for understanding. It failed. Each time the same wound reopened. She was desired, not known. Loved, but not held. Let me ask you another question. What happens when your entire life is built around being wanted, but never truly understood? As her fame grew, so did the pressure. She tried to take control of her career, forming her own production company, demanding better roles, wanting seriousness, wanting agency. This was radical for a woman in her position. Hollywood resisted fiercely. Because Marilyn the thinker threatened Marilyn the fantasy, and fantasies are easier to sell than human beings. Behind the scenes, her mental health deteriorated. Sleep became rare. Doctors prescribed freely. Sedatives to sleep, stimulants to wake, a chemical tug of war inside her body. She was not weak. She was exhausted. She was medicated because the system around her refused to slow down. She was working while grieving, working while anxious, working while unraveling. And still, she showed up smiling, radiant, perfect. Do you understand how exhausting that is? To perform happiness while privately collapsing. The more fragile she became, the more fascinating she seemed to the public. The world rewarded her suffering. Let that sink in. The more she struggled, the more valuable her image became. So ask yourself this: do we truly love our icons, or do we consume them? In her final years, the loneliness deepened. Trust evaporated. Every interaction felt transactional. Every kindness felt suspicious. She spoke often about wanting peace, wanting quiet, wanting to disappear without disappointing anyone. And then one night, she did. Her death shocked the world, but in a strange way, it also completed the myth. The beautiful, tragic icon gone too soon. But here is the question we rarely ask. What if she didn't die because she was fragile? What if she died because she was human in a world that demanded she be unreal? Marilyn Monroe was not destroyed by fame. She was destroyed by erasure, by being seen but never heard, by being loved but never understood. Her journals reveal a woman searching for meaning, safety, selfhood. She was not asking for worship. She was asking for permission to exist beyond the fantasy. Today, her image is everywhere, but her voice is still faint, still misunderstood, still ignored. So here is the final question I want to leave you with. Did Marilyn Monroe fail at surviving fame? Or did the world fail at loving a woman who refused to be unreal? Because perhaps the greatest tragedy is not that she died young. It is that she lived her entire life surrounded by millions and still felt alone. And if that can happen to someone the whole world adored, what does that say about how we treat the people we claim to love today?